Welcome back again. This is Mark Abenson. We're going to be doing a little paramotor maintenance today. We came back from a beautiful 4th of July weekend when the weather was perfect, but we didn't have the paramotor up north. And now it is raining outside in Wisconsin again here, and it looks to be raining for the next couple days. So I thought now is a great time to take some preparation and clean out the carb screen in the BlackHawk 125. So I'm just going to do a real fast step-by-step video. And I got my main man Maverick back here operating the camera. Thanks, buddy. So next up, we're going to grab the Phillips screwdriver. We're going to do a zoomed in tight shot here, and we're going to start taking off the screws for this first process. Here we go. Okay, start by removing the airbox by loosening up the hose clamp, and the airbox gets slid right down the frame. And then we're going to go in with our Allen wrench and go ahead and loosen up these Allen bolts right here, which will separate the carburetor from the reed valve. Giving us easier access to work on it. Take care of the gasket that's in there also. Now you want to remove the 4 screws that hold the plate on. The plate has the black tube coming out and is facing your back as you're on the paramotor. Now that we have the plate off, we can see where the little screen is in here, and I got a little bit of stuff in there. Now ideally you can use a little pick or something to get out any debris that's in there, and you don't need to pull that screen fully out. So I'm going to use just a little pin setup. So I'm going to use a little jeweler's screwdriver here and just get any of the little debris. See some little pieces of debris that are coming out of there. Just get that stuff out. Make sure that this whole area is nice and clean. That's a very fine screen. Good. Once we got all that out, simple as put it back together. Now you can see how it aligns up. It's got 2 pins right here, and also in the diaphragm it's got the holes that line up with the shapes that are cut into here. So we're going to put this back together the same way. Right here. The pins should install. Perfect. Now just put in the 4 screws back in. Alright, now that we have the plate put back on, it's just reassembling. Wipe if there's any dust or dirt on any of these pieces, wipe it off good. Alright, putting these 2 screws back in. Good, once it's all lined up, just put this other screw back in here. Step, give the throttle a couple squeezes. Mav, you want to squeeze the throttle here? Just make sure that your throttle, moves and it freely comes back every time. Sure that everything's cleaned off here. And we're going to slide the airbox back on. Airbox is just stored out of the way over there. The screen is now clean on the carburetor. This is the BlackHawk 125 with the Walbro WG8 with this screen inside the carburetor. The process can be broken down into about 8 steps. Step 1 is going to be to loosen up the airbox, get it out of the way. Step 2 is going to be take the 2 bolts out inside of the carburetor, loosen those up so the carburetor can be freed. Step 3 is going to be take off the 4 screws on the plate inside. Step 4 is going to be pull that apart and remove any gunk that's inside there. Now instead of taking the screen out, remember it's best just to take a toothpick or take something that you can get any little fibers, any gas line stuff, anything that got into the gas tank, anything that might have gotten in there, and if it's in there it's going to cause your engine to run lean. So that's step 5. 5. Step 6 is reassemble it and slide it back in the bolts. Step 7 is to tighten back the bolts up. And 8 is to put the airbox back on. So it's about an 8-step process. Takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Pretty easy. For the longevity of your engine, it's definitely well worth it to make sure that it's not running lean. If you do, for whatever reason, on your engine, see the temperature is going up over 400, 450, definitely you want to check out whether it's your carb setting, your screen inside there, or any air leaks coming in, or even your air fuel mixture too. Okay, now that it's all done, I'm going to put it on my back. We're going to do a little test here, just get the engine started up. All right, the last step is just to start it up. Rev it up a little bit, make sure everything sounds good and looks right. Good, clear prop. Oh, it's starting to rain. First pull. Ah, I'm getting wet. Excellent. Everything's good. We're going to get back inside. We had just a little break in the rain. So that's the entire process of taking the carb off, checking the screen out, and just cleaning it out. We're going to get back. We don't have good conditions to go flying. So once we do, we'll be back up in the air. Last flight was Flight 100. You can see the video here. Paramotor Hacks video over here. Like and subscribe for more Paramotor related videos, and we'll see you guys in the skies. All right, bye.